Hello my friends, today's the day we're going to add the backgrounds to our zebras patterns from last time. You're going to need a pair of scissors, a background, you can honestly use any color you want, and some glue. I'm using liquid glue, but you could use a glue stick too, that's perfectly fine, whatever you have on hand. You're also going to need some scrap papers. If you don't have colored paper at home, you can actually use photos from magazines or advertisements that you don't want anymore, because those have lots of nice colors in them that you can always cut apart and use to make an interesting pattern with. The first thing we're going to do is take our zebra and cut it out. I want to be careful and make sure I'm going around it first to get the big parts of the paper away from it. Then I'll go back in and do more detailed cutting. Sometimes it's easier to cut if you get the big stuff out of the way first. There we go. I have all of my big scraps gone. Now I'm going to go back in and do some detailed cutting. When I do my detailed cutting, I'm holding my scissors in my dominant hand, the hand that I write with, so that my thumb is in the small hole and my fingers are in the big hole. You always want to cut by keeping your thumb on the top. I have a lot of kids who rotate their hands so that their fingers are on the top, and it makes it a lot harder to control the scissors. So please make sure you're cutting with the thumb on the top. I'm not going to turn the hand that has the scissors. I'm turning the hand that has the paper. This is the hand that's going to do all the work, my non-dominant hand. All the other hand is going to do is move my thumb up and down so I can get in to these tiny little areas. You'll find it's way easier to cut when you're moving the paper around than when you're moving the scissors around. Moving the scissors around usually means moving your hands in awkward positions, and then you wind up with cramps in your hand, or you cut something off that you didn't mean to. So I'm going to go ahead and enter fast forward mode to finish this cutting and show you what it looks like when it's done. Here we go. My zebra is all ready to glue down. I'm going to flip it, glue it, and then stick it. When you use liquid glue, you want to just put a real thin outline around the edge. If it's super skinny, you only need to do one line down it. You never want to squeeze so hard that you get like a river or a puddle. You want to let gravity do its work and let the glue fall out of the bottle almost naturally. So I'm putting very little pressure on the bottle when I flip it and I squeeze. Next, you flip and stick. I'm not going to slam my hand down on it. That doesn't do anything besides make a lot of noise and give you a headache. I'm going to gently rub to make sure all of the glue gets stuck down. If some of the glue comes out of the edges, don't worry. Elmer's glue dries clear. Most glues do. So if you do get a little sticking out the edge, it's not a big deal. The next step is we're going to make a picture frame that goes around it. I'm going to take those scraps that I had And I'm going to cut them into little squares. There we go. I'm going to put a line straight across the top and start placing my squares in an A-B pattern. It's okay if they're not perfect, if they're a little crooked, or some of them aren't the same size. The important part is the pattern. That's what makes it look visually interesting. When I get to the corner, I'm going to make another line of glue and go down, and I'm going to keep going around until I filled all of my edges and made my picture frame. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this part so you can see the finished look. And there we go. I have my beautiful AB pattern zebra and a beautiful AB pattern picture frame all the way around my paper. Now I'm going to let the glue dry for a while, and while I'm doing that, I want you to go start yours.